Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. In this video today, I want to talk about this article that Eros recently dropped. I'm actually going to make, I think, a couple different videos about this article because I think some of these stories are a little bit more interesting. Some of them are a little bit more in depth. But in this video, I want to quickly go over a couple of the smaller stories. Eros dropped this 7 moves that didn't happen. He talks about different possibilities and options from this past offseason that could have or almost happened, but obviously ultimately didn't. I think these articles are really fun. They're really interesting to kind of think, oh, what if, or oh, why didn't this happen, or oh, what would have happened if this could happen? And it's always really, really fun. So that's what we're going to do today. But first, a word from today's sponsor, which is, of course, Prize Picks. This is daily fantasy made easy, and League of Legends esports is finally back. Some of the picks that I'm looking at making today is Scout, the LNG mid laner, against IGY over or more than 13 kills in the first 3 matches. And then I'm also taking the opposite side of the matchup as well. MG, the IGY mid laner, I'm going less than 6 kills in the first 3 games. Now, there is all different kinds of, LPL, Chinese League of Legends matches you can pick from and stuff right now. And Prize Picks also has all different other kinds of offerings depending on what you want. Obviously, LCS and LEC are right around the corner as well. If you guys want to check out Prize Picks and make some picks of your own, check out the first link in the description below. Get signed up. And Prize Picks actually going to match your first deposit up to $100 for new users, which is a very, very awesome deal. With that being said, thank you so much to them. With that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, here we go. Some of the more interesting ones from this that I wanted to talk about that I think we can go over a little bit quickly is Mad Lions VTO. This is a banger of a potential move that we have, kind of speculated about over the past couple months. Obviously, Mad Lions is ultimately going to be running back Niski in the mid lane. He's a defending LEC MVP, actually, so kind of crazy that he was almost replaced. But obviously, VTO was the spring split MVP. So, at the end of the day, deciding between 2 MVPs, I don't really think many people would say that Niski is better than VTO. I know Niski maybe fits into some different rosters and different teams better than VTO, but I think, if you're building a team around one player, 9 out of 10 people are probably taking VTO at this point. But VTO has been one of the most outstanding players in the central lane this year, being a mid laner capable of leading the team alone to victory with champions like Akali, Sylas, Zoe, among others. VTO finished his contract and was wanted by several teams, including Mad Lions and Excel. French mid laner finally decided to join the British organization, with him solving the dominoes of the LEC's mid lane. So, again, he ends up at Excel, but Mad Lions was very, very, very possible. And it's going to be interesting to see how this one works out for Excel, for Mad Lions, for VTO, for Niski, because we almost got McDonald's Niski once again as well. We also have Yike for Excel. Yike has been the rookie with the most proposals from LEC teams. So that's kind of an interesting thing to note there. There's always a big deal every offseason of like what ERL players are going to get promoted, what ERL players are going to get offers, that kind of stuff. And apparently Yike got the most offers. The Swedish jungler was one of Mickey's requests for the Excel Dream Team. Didn't even know about this. Yike was G2's second choice if they couldn't bring in Elyoya. So this is kind of funny at the end of the day as well, that Mickey tries bringing him into Excel. So it obviously shows, that's very, very high praise for a veteran like Mickey to be saying we should go out and get this young guy, this ERL player to be a part of a really big name roster. So yeah, I don't know, kind of interesting. And then of course he was G2's second choice, but Elyoya wasn't really possible to get, so that's why he ends up there. We also have one that we've talked about before, Fnatic Karzy. This one almost happened. Karzy has been another one of the most talked about players during the offseason. The Czech shooter, marksman, AD carry, whatever. It was clear about his departure from Vitality's French team. Although Fnatic and Vitality had agreed on an amount of money plus Karzy for upset, the deal moved a lot in the last hours, and Karzy decided that he wanted to return to Mad Lions, making Vitality close the deal involving Kaiser as well. So this is very, very crazy. Not only did we almost see Fnatic Karzy, was it very, very close to happening, this almost would have given us Vitality upset as well, which, obviously I do think that Upset is a better player than Neon. I don't really think it's all that close, but I think it's also very, very possible that Neon could potentially be a better fit in Vitality than Upset would be. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Kind of a crazy one there. And lastly, the last one I want to talk about was this. We'll get into some of the other ones, like I said, in future videos, but Mad Lions Rekkles, and it's not Rekkles AD carry. This was Rekkles support. I know we had heard some rumor and stuff about him potentially role swapping, potentially looking at, going some different directions with some different teams. This definitely would have been a crazy one. Before acquiring the services of Hillesang, the Madrid-based team had been scouting the market at the support position. Rekkles was one of the most curious players the team considered, but after a few interviews, the club decided that he was not the player profile they were really looking for. But this shows that not only was a team really considering Rekkles as support, this also shows that Rekkles was really considering a support role swap as well. And depending on how this year goes, I think this would have been an absolute travesty, by the way. Again, Rekkles was an MVP level player in 2021 with G2. Yes, ultimately the team failed. I don't think it was just Rekkles' fault. I think there was a lot of different things going on there, and I don't think Rekkles played that poorly as an AD carry or anything like that. I still do think he... Obviously, some time has passed since then. We're talking about over a year later. Who knows? But I do still think he is one of the top European AD carries. I do think he's going to hopefully be able to find a nice form this year. We'll have to see how that goes. But it also brings up the question, like, hey, say this year doesn't go that great for Rekkles and Fnatic and everyone involved. Is Rekkles' next opportunity, if he does end up needing another opportunity or whatever, is it going to be as a support potentially? Is this going to be something that, just keeps coming up every offseason? And are we ever going to see a full-time Rekkles support? I don't know. It'd be pretty funny. It'd be pretty interesting. I don't know how good he would be at it. I don't know how well it would go or whatever. But, when you see Sven over in the LCS winning LCS championships as a support, it kind of makes you wonder. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like if you did. I would appreciate that so much. Happy New Year. Definitely check out Prize Picks, first link in the description below. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.